There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes, we must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hell to Biafra, consecrated nation. Oh, fatherland, peace be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. Now waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared we'll pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to
is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming concurrently through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafomefo, the man who hails from Abatete in Anambra, who had assured us from inception that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. It also should be seen as the embodiment, the total complete of Biafran de facto customary government, which is being headed by noble Biafrans across the globe. We have Alhaji Asare Dokubo as the chairperson. We have our sister Ritada Anubogo as the deputy. We have noble men and women like Dr. Okado, Mazu Bidio Bienu, to mention but a few. Of course, Ikenawan Onenyi, Omiomio, Dr. Ngokinkwo, Oigono, Edonyale, and so many to mention. I also want to acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, men and women who against all odds choose to walk on the path of the truth, even when it requires walking alone. You had reason to run away, you have reason to shy away, and cowardly ignore the truth. After all, what is there for you to lose? Nothing, absolutely. But you stood your ground. For the overall interest of our people, you stood your ground. It has not been easy, this I understand. But of course, we are not going anywhere. Acknowledge Dr. Ngokinkwo this moment. Acknowledge Odogini. Acknowledge Bruno. Acknowledge Awili Odugu. Acknowledge Agongwani Ada Biafra. Acknowledge Mazipolo Ngokinkwo Obidike. Acknowledge Paul. Acknowledge Chukunonsu, acknowledge all of you who are out there working. So numerous to mention. All our administrators across the globe. You are highly appreciated this evening. Board of Trustees as well as the other departments. Honestly, genuine Biafrans who understand what is at stake. Thank you. As always, I will move on to acknowledge our brothers. I think their numbers are dwindling already. The indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. This is a new year, and by now I think you should understand that we are used to your nonchalant attitude. We have gotten in terms with them. We understand that the role blackmail was meant to play. We understand why you are on every platform cursing everybody out. We understand that your time is up already. And there is need for all of us to reevaluate our position and genuinely fight for the collective interest of our people. You see, when you are doing this thing, what I see is most of you are very short-sighted. You are trying to analyze and bring the whole of this issue to a conclusive end from one part of reasoning. You just calculate it, 2 minus 2 minus 1 plus 3, then you just arrive at an answer, forgetting the implication of further mass. And not until you understand that there is something known as arithmetic progression. The moment you will understand that the theories, the formula has a lot to do with how you arrive at the answer, the better for all of us. The journey has just begun, and I can assure you it will not end like others before now. We are here to get Biafra, and we will get Biafra. And so I humble myself before the Almighty Creator, the one who has kept us alive, who has subdued the enemy even before our very present, He is our hope and stay. He is our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He is the one who directs us in everything we do, our provider, and of course, he alone is righteous. You alone are my heart desire, Lord, alone to worship you. You, oh Lord, are my heart and stay. Father, you, oh Lord, are my spirit filled. You alone are my heart desire, Lord, alone to worship you. He said, this is not to project our image that we are righteous people or we are better than you. At least there is a hunger and a desire within us to acknowledge the Creator. It doesn't matter where we find ourselves, we will continue to acknowledge this Creator. And this having been said, we will move ahead to our topic this evening. And of course, this is the beginning of the year. I don't allow things that happen at this moment to actually direct my path or what I want to do in life. There will always be new year, and each new year will always come to an end. But we will remain the same people. Numerically, in terms of age, we may progress, but in the end, it is still the same life. And so I will not come here and say, this is my new year resolution, this year I will be like this and I will be like that. No, we only try to live by the principle and the dignity that our fathers has taught us. Our topic this evening is simply titled, Some Hindrance That Causes Delay in the Biafra Restoration Project. A lot of things has become an impediment, a hindrance to the restoration of Biafra. If you are simple-minded individual and you view the whole scenario regarding the restoration of Biafra, you will see somewhere along the line we always make mistakes. But this should not be considered as a sign of a weakness to us as a people, but must be viewed as a general phenomenon to everyone who found themselves in this same position we are today. Time without number, we try to project certain issues to make our people begin to reason on both sides, both clockwise and anti-clockwise. But in most cases, based on the simple fact that there are a lot of hidden agenda and personal interests being protected in the name of fighting for Biafra, a lot of people are very aggressive when you mention certain issues. But I tell you, we are not going anywhere. We will be here to the end. You see, when you drop us down and you think you have destroyed us, but little would you know that we are coming up. We are just starting. It's just like the image of Biafra. You will burn Biafra down. You will destroy Biafra. You will blackmail Biafra. Completely burn it up. And I tell you from the arches, a new Biafra will arise. And every one of us is learning. A lot of things has gone past. Many countries has been there. It's amazing we take time to study the history of most countries who have been here. They all have reason to be afraid, the same way most of you are afraid. The Americans, the patriot has to contend with the loyalists. But they were not busy looking at what the loyalists were going to do. They had only one mission. Britain must leave America. And now America is a sovereign nation without British being able to influence even the tiniest decision they make. But yet you still have the patriots, you still have the loyalists. Of course, we know that all fingers are not equal. But America remains America. And I will not digress further in order not to distract you. As a people, we have so many reasons why the restoration of Biafra is being delayed. And when you bring up 10 individuals and say, give us reason, why do you think this restoration effort is being delayed? And I'm telling you, you're going to marvel as of the feedback you're going to get from such question. The answer you will get will handle you, if of course you are not acquainted with what is happening as a people. There are speculation going on as to why Biafra restoration project has not been drawn to a conclusive end. Some may be correct, but many more are wrong. And as a result, it is therefore imperative, very important for us to critically review some of these issues to enable us channel our energy to the right direction, collectively or individually, as it is connected to the restoration of Biafra. People can come up, like I said, these are what we're going to do, these are the reasons why it did not come up. But at the end of the day, there is need for us to channel our energy as individual or as a group to ensure that every facility is put in place and the hindrance taken away, or else we're going to be here for a very long time. I understand some people like it that way. And so tonight we're going to review about 5 of them. They are numerous, so many. But let's see if we will have the time to consider 5 of it. But if not, we'll continue from the next day. And so at every platform, all pro-Biafran group, within and outside your group, you need to watch out for certain character, manifestation of certain characters. It has a lot to do. Each time I sit back and try to have an overall view of what is going on, I doubt if we understand even what we are talking about. So much personal interest being protected. So many ignorant and naive individuals all around. Dishonest individual. May God help all of us. Number one of the hindrances to the restoration of Biafra is the blame game. The blame game of allegation and accusation. All these emanate with intention or with interior motives to relegate a proactive member to the background unjustly. Blame game. Blame game. This one do this, this one will do that, this one do this. I have not heard people praising anybody. As far as the history of Biafra restoration project is concerned, I don't think there is any man who is flawless. I don't think there is any man who we can say he did his best till he left the stage. But there are many men and women out there who labored. They work very hard. They put in their best. They die in the process. We still outrightly condemn them, even without trying to discover the intent of their heart. If you give some of us the privilege, we will insult Dim Chukwu Imeko Dimegu Juku. We will even accuse God. This sickness of blame game is all around us. And to you, because it has not gotten to you, you are very comfortable with it. You're going to keep blaming people. You character assassinate them, all in an effort for you to relegate them to the background. I remember the beginning of the struggle when Nnamdi Kanu was nominated to rule this team, formerly IPOB, now IPONC. The main blame game was Wazirike. And of course our brother Odugene played some of the clips of that blame game. Wazirike was blamed and blamed and blamed from Wazirike to Nyangodo. They were blamed on Haneze Ndibo. That is why when they are playing game of interest, all of them playing selfish game. You are very brilliant. You have a very sophisticated mind. You are very intelligent. But I tell you, there are mugus that can perceive what you have not been able to perceive. And then there is no Nyangodo to blame. There is no Wazirike to blame. And then we came back home. We blamed Ike Nawan Onenyi. We blamed Uche Nawan Asebu. We blamed everybody blameable. Late Barrister Mamizwe. We blamed everybody. And those people today are members of other pro-Biafran group. And if everything about them is fake, I think for still mentioning Biafra, I begin to see something that I can go home with as far as they are concerned. And these people for a very long time are not there. And then the blaming game moved to Mazimefo, George ONYIBE, Obidio Bienu, Dr. Kado, Nwokenkwo. The blaming game turned all over. And I still read articles. People write. Now understand, we need to point out these things to help our people. It doesn't even move us. You need to know that. We need to learn from it. And so if you are a buffoon, if you have detached brain, if you cannot reason properly, if Abeno Pabe or Nandekano voodoo is disturbing you, this is a new year, for God's sake. Deliver yourself. Somebody wrote an article. He narrated how they betrayed Nandekano. Everybody betrayed Nandekano. Now George ONYIBE have betrayed Nandekano with Uche Mefo. And they say, they will all see. And finally, it is Simeon Ekpa. And then I begin to wonder, where do they get their verification from? We've gone to extents in the name of Biafra agitation. And we are not going to back down. Be fooling yourself until the right time. Most of you will cry you have not gotten to this extent. Continue disgracing yourself, dancing naked in the marketplace. This is what I told China Sanguru. This is what I told Chike Doziem. And so how did you come to that very point? Nandekano took me to two different shrines. I took oath of allegiance, loyalty to the people of Biafra. As that same oath is binding onto him to be loyal to the people of Biafra, why don't you allow your oath to work now? Any oath, Abenokwabe, even the deity Nandekano serve that will kill any Biafra, will suffer greatly in the hand of the genuine creator. Because no real creator who made heaven and earth, man and woman, with the knowledge at our disposal, will kill any Biafran and spell on Nandekano, irrespective of the sin they have committed. This is where most of you don't get it. But you will get it. It's just a matter of time. What am I trying to say? Blaming game. They blamed Uche Mefo, blamed him, how he collected money, how he's a criminal. They blame George ONYIBE, they blame everybody. And then George ONYIBE is not there, Mazimefo is not there, Mazi Obidi is not there, other supposedly new modern saboteur, they are no longer on the scene. And it's amazing the way things are changing. And then the blame game continue. But this time on a higher frequency. The same blame game continue. But the question we need to ask ourselves is this actually making the Biafra restoration project to increase, to progress? Is it making us to progress, or is it setting us back? On daily basis, we begin to hear Kanon Takano is a saboteur, Nelly Ofuebu is a saboteur, Simeon Ekpa is a saboteur. They want to sell on the Kanon Ta is a saboteur. Everybody is a saboteur. And a lot of issues to consider. The point is that at this moment, I want us, let's just try to listen to, let's try to see if we can listen to some of those blackmail, because the blaming game is not taking us anywhere. But sometimes they are there to serve a unique purpose. Don't let them deceive you. It will continue like that. But as far as this era is concerned, only one man that is not being blamed. Only one man that is not being blamed. And that is Nnamdi Kanu. And maybe you'll be able to figure out. Now, Mazi Mefo is not there. Mazi Obidi is not there. Finally, who are the saboteurs now? The ones making saboteur now have become saboteur. Let's try and see if we can get what they're saying.
If she will listen, and she'll be happy to hear you sing for. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Wow. Dr. Nelly, did you hear that? Somebody was singing for you. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Only listen.
They have lost the legit to at least stay with us almost 3 hours now. Lots of people are calling. I'm sorry, I won't be able to give you guys the chance to speak because Dr. Nelly said it's just two, and next time she will always come around. I think that
message directly to Dr.
You have tweeted this already.
Somebody says, Simon, stop twisting it.
Have done and what are you going to do? Because we are not hearing people. We are not hearing Igbo people angry. We are not hearing only few people. Dr. Nelly is coming out to talk about it. Even people are against him. All the comments here, agents of DOS, and they are all Igbo people, even attacking Dr. Nelly, what she's saying. So where are we going? That is where the problem is, my brother. Sometimes I don't like saying all this in the way it is, but if I tell you, I don't think you'll be happy. But I'm just telling you now that I am not.
Yes, on our leader's case.
Only truth that will stand the test of time. Now, illiterate in this struggle. Let us have civil disobedience. Pay them, they are paid off.
Hello, what is your name?
Pay them,
Curriculum in Biafra land. All this thing is bullshit. Ken Files, you are a fool. I'll block you. He said, Insima, you're supposed to.
I began to walk.
You have, I mean, yeah, to at least stay with us almost 3 hours now.
And you have the guts to come and say you're protecting Nnamdi Kanu.
Into IPOB finance through Nnenayanya to collect any amount he wishes. That is.
So sorry about the whole issue. I was just trying to get the exact spot where I need you to.
A question that somebody asked me, and I am not Kanu Ntakanu. I cannot answer. He has never answered such question on any of the platform. In fact, even today on the Coastal TV, Biafra TV, when they asked him, why is it that the family did not raise alarm when our leader was kidnapped? He did not answer that question. And I don't know, he has not answered this question as well. If it was DOS that appointed him as the legal team, or he assumed that position because Nnamdi Kanu is his family. Please, in your closing remark, if it's possible for you to give us an insight about that, that would be good. But we want to say we love you, Dr. Nelly, and thank you very much for coming. Please.
Okay. Thank you. One of the strategies of the Fulanis, the uncircumcised, is to divide and rule. So the
Kanunta has already announced that he's in charge of the lawyer, the legal team.
So that fool that asked that question, that 62-year-old woman that didn't eat for 3 days, does she love Nnamdi Kanu more than the family? There are older people in Biafra land, in Idu land, that had heart attack and died. Do they love Nnamdi Kanu more than the family?
And now, all this video emanating, I'm having challenge trying to play the specific area I want. But maybe next time we'll still reveal it. They are blaming themselves. Because there is nobody to blame again. This is the area we need to be careful. It's causing hindrance to Biafra restoration project. Now the Kanu family member are evil. They are the one that's killed Nnamdi Kanu. They are waiting for condolence visit. And then I begin to wonder, can other people, members of other pro-Biafran group, love Nnamdi Kanu more than his own family member. They even call him as a Kanunta. What do you call him? Simeon or Judas. Different name. Nayanya was the first to blackmail me that I diverted Anambra money. If not that I have evidence. More than 5 years ago, I would have been disgraced for something I know nothing about. Go and ask Anambra State Finance Officer if they have not killed her. Today now, it is her own that is going everywhere. It was Chinasa Nworu that started condemning Nayanya with Tony Zurumike. Tony Zurumike, where are you now? It shocked you, Abi. But all of you were sitting down on blame game. Character assassination is not going to give us Biafra. Some people are so desperate. Some people are so, that is, instead of this crop of criminals to bring Biafra, they will fight with the rest of their life to make sure that Biafra will not come. What a wicked people. A Biafra restoration project that is supposed to be the project of everybody, it is in Nnamdi Kanu family project. When Nnamdi Kanu comes on air and praise everybody, something is wrong. Madam ONYIBE gave us $1,000, and I can't understand why the same Madam ONYIBE is stealing IPOB money. Everybody is blaming everybody. Autopilot, our man, he arrived. Today now, Simeon Ekpa, because he refused to agree with you, he's a criminal. Understand, I'm not supporting anybody. I don't support anybody. You do the right thing, we follow you. You do anyhow, we follow you anyhow. It's a shame. Blaming game. No Yoruba to blame again. No Hausa to blame again. No Fulani Janjaweed to blame again. Nobody to blame. But one thing is amazing here. We have blamed God already. We blame God, we blame devil, we blame our ancestors. Only one person has not been blamed. Nnamdi Kanu. That is his ticket back home. He keep all of you under check. It is unhealthy and very dangerous for Biafra restoration. Those of you who are still tweeting and posting, your time will come. Chinasa Nworu is the one playing intelligent, sending our youth to go and die. Everybody blaming everybody. Everybody condemning everybody. And under this umbrella, you think Biafra will come? It's part of the hindrance. I respect a sense of maturity that is emanating recently, and I hope every one of the leaders and members of the pro-Biafran group will learn to set their priority right. Let everybody do what they are doing. And then let's prove our worth by our action, our achievement. Not by blaming game. You're calling good people bad people. And those good people cannot be able to bring to the table what they have again. And so all of us call ourselves bad people. Is it country of bad people that we are fighting for? It's just quite unfortunate that this phone did not allow me to have access to the audio I have before. You see the house Chinasa is building everywhere. You see how many million Chinasa Nworu have divided. And of course, Chike Doziem is there. Tony Zurumike is running already. They come around you, whisper about somebody, condemn that person until they begin to irritate you. But he who destroys others because of their sources should wait for destruction at the peak of their own sources. You destroy a successful man or woman because they are successful. At the peak of your own sources, you will be destroyed by another person. Is that not what is playing out? You want Biafra. And some of you can't even perceive what is happening. They say, oh, our people need to get the message. Yes, you are right. But they know already. And they are watching. And that is why we must be very careful whatever we do in a time like this, because it is going to reflect very soon. Blaming game, destroying genuine people. Number 2, hindrance to the restoration of Biafra. The reason why we are still here, losing clear-cut focus on the main issue at hand by spending our energy on and the resources on irrelevant issues. We lose focus. You can imagine now Chike Dozen came up, is issuing order. They won't want to issue order. Order their mother and their father. Of course, Zombie are still listening to them. Yes, from today, you cannot sing Nigerian national anthem again. No more Nigerian national anthem. All these are irrelevant. And these are issues that have not been considered. Do Biafra have national anthem? Do Biafra have national anthem? Are we talking about the national anthem that was used in 1967 by that generation? Or are we talking about the Petrol song? Which one are you calling Biafra national anthem? Which one are you recommending? And these are some of the things causing delay indirectly. Some, of course, except this Biafra is going to be restricted to Igbo. But if it's the overall complete restoration of Biafra that includes the Efik, the Bibio, the Anang, the Ejo, and other ethnic nationality, the Ugoja, the Ugoni, there are a lot of things that need to be reviewed. We talk about how did we get the flag? What is the brain behind the flag? How did we get the national anthem? Who made the coat of arm and what are their symbols? They need to know. But you have not gotten Biafra. You are declaring Biafra national anthem. You see why we need effective government. Somebody need to go out there and say, temporarily this is what we are using. And until we come to a parliamentary stable where this issue will be discussed and agreed by majority vote, it remains a temporary agenda. But somebody is giving you order already. Of course, we know where most of you are coming from and we know where you are going to. But be rest assured, we are waiting for you at the end of the road. I give you order. Begin to sing it. Sing Nigeria Biafra national anthem from here till tomorrow. It will not give us Biafra. All these are to keep people's brain dormant. Of course, the media warriors, zombies, iPunk, they are on social media. Hey, change your profile picture. We don't change entire now. We have changed it before now. It didn't even draw us closer to Biafra. All this program just to keep people's brain dormant is an act of wickedness. It's an act of wickedness. But to some of you, it's a civil disobedience. Civil disobedience without plan. Where will it lead you to? What will it amount to? Common plan you don't have. Simple disobedience. No more national anthem. All the Nigeria we held it. From Nigeria we held it to arise to compatriot. All of them, did it make Nigeria better? Nigeria we held it. Did it make Nigeria better? And you are giving order. Our ESM, return to the bush. Obey the command. Return to the bush. Biafran youth, make una get sense. I understand on a position. How they do una? Now so they do also. If we get our way, if say na the way we dey reason, now so it's supposed to be. We no consider other people. My brother, everywhere now people scatter. But we understand say innocent people go suffer. And you know we will now have to advise ourselves. Because if we do people scatter, how many innocent women and children died within 1967 to 1970? Nigeria acknowledged 2 or 3 million. Some countries around the globe acknowledged 10 million. Imagine heap of dead body of 1 million people. All the people Boko Haram has killed for the past 10 years, are they up to 1 million? And then in 3 years, somebody slaughtered these people. We are not talking about the unaccounted for. And yet we want to push ourselves log ahead into the same mess. Don't it call for need for you to reevaluate your position? And then somebody sit back and I give you order, go to the bush, I give you order, go to the bush, I give you order. If you like, bury Ikonso with 1 million head. Ikonso is dead, and he's dead, and his son is orphan, and his daughter is orphan, and his wife is a widow, and these people who sent him there, their wife and their children are living in affluence in diaspora. That is not an issue, but the issue is that they don't care for you. They put up programs. This is New Year. And the amazing thing is that you have ended up destroying your own brother and your own sister. And some are still writing, oh, ESN has made Fulani herdsmen to run out of our land. Were they Fulani herdsmen before? The only evidence we have, Ipong killing Fulani herdsmen. They bought one small cow in Aba, and then they slaughtered the small cow. Very small cow for about 6 months. And then one girl starts shouting, hey, we are killing their cow, we are killing their cow, we are killing their cow. Guy man. Only one cow. And you are still jumping up and down. I know you Biafra. Those of you who work with me on ground here, those of you having worked with all of you, major coordinators, have you seen me soil my hand? But when you are under fake Facebook, you are pimping and blackmailing me, for instance. You don't think your own turn is coming? I need to see now. Our own saboteur, we get rank now. The new saboteurs, no more form for you. By now, we are supposed to give all of you form. And so the more we are losing focus on what we should do, the more we are losing focus on the main agenda, the more it delay Biafra restoration. By now, people are beginning to think on how to engage the Nigerian state, how to engage the global community, how to engage United Nations, how to mobilize our people, how to make sure that we are able to meet the demand as stated or required by the Montevideo Convention. But all these things may not be possible without the presence of a government. Now we begin to talk about the need to give our ultimate support to the Biafran de facto customary government. Very soon now, that is what we'll be reading. Yes, our government, we are here now, we are government, we talk about political party. Everywhere is, oh, we are political party, we are political party. You're not focusing. Without that, Biafra restoration will continue to be delayed. Look at the third one there. The third reason, in case you don't know, take the one that belongs to you and leave the rest. Career freedom fighter. If you think all those people shouting, our leader, our leader, our leader, your leader is the real evil in this journey. His family is a saboteur. His contractor, Simeon Ekpa, is a saboteur. Simeon Ekpa is not happy because they wanted to turn all of us to Nigeria, which they are still in the process. Simeon Ekpa had been paid partly, but with the level on ground now, he can't complete his job. They don't want to give him his balance. DOS a saboteur. Rabbi Charles is a saboteur. Josephine Erewa, all of you are now saboteur. Only one person is not saboteur now, Nnamdi Kanu. But we keep telling you, he is the evil behind all these things. At the beginning of this year, we keep telling you, all these people are lying. China Sanwo-Olu is killing our people. Nena Anya is a criminal. We keep telling you, it's because they expel you, because they expel you. Now we are not talking. The same way we are telling you that Nnamdi Kanu is sinful. Living, he has suffered for us too much. Hey, he's suffering. He's suffering and driving private jet. He's suffering and wearing Cindy or Findy. He's suffering and doing talent display. Oh Lord, may I suffer like Nnamdi Kanu. May I have access to Biafra money across the globe like I have, if that is suffering. Buhari is suffering now. Or don't you know? Obasanjo is suffering. He's suffering from us, a prisoner of a conscience, a way. But he is part of the evil. Career freedom fighters. Don't you see that the fundraising have died down? Some of you think, oh, what is your mission? Our mission is so much. We are going to trim all of you together. Just don't let us run on the offense. The moment they are arresting and they can everywhere, money, fundraising. Oh, now they do obituary. Now they are ashamed to come for fundraising. And most of you who are supporting, you are now using your brain. But don't forget, there are projects that need funding. If you know they are genuine, follow it up and do the best you can. Because we cannot allow some criminal element to distract what we are doing. Career freedom fighter. About 9 months ago, I laid emphasis on my brokers on career freedom fighter. And most of my posts. But most of you will not understand. They pay themselves. They are being paid. They are making money. And you think such people like what Nelly said about China Sanwo-Olu, he has 2 uncompleted massive story building in Ebonyi, and that is if it's to be true. That is construction is ongoing. If Biafra come, where will he get money to complete those buildings? These are evidence of career freedom fighting. People so evil, people so wicked. I can't believe it. And many of them, where is Nena Anya's husband? It's a beginning that she was a prostitute in Italy. She was this one before he joined IPOB. All of a sudden, all of you become demigod because you are doing Biafra freedom. And you have what it takes to character assassinate anybody. Career freedom fighter. All because of fundraising. But it's amazing. If we have to go through all these processes, all these challenges, just to collect monthly due, donation, and then we still have the temerity, we still have the guards, we still have the infantry to talk against men of God. You are a disgrace. Without Biafra Nation Alliance as we speak, by now they will tell you we need contribution. We want to go and bring Buhari head. The one will go bring Buhari head, they never come back. Have any of you ever sit back and how was Nnamdi Kanu arrested? Have any of you sit back and find out why is it money all the time? Have any of you tried to find out why is there confusion everywhere? We are just betraying our people. Men of God to women of God to career freedom fighter. You just betraying our people. The other one, professor, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in DSS till December. This is January, he's still there. I pray for my son. It is saying that before Abrakata, me Brakata. The only thing that we say for Nnamdi Kanu is that he should accept amnesty and then come and do like other of his colleague. Then Zumbi, you remain in the bush. Of course, their agenda now is to eliminate all of you who can stand up against them. Most secrets are going to come up. It's unfortunate. Number 4, deceptive and compromising disposition. Deceptive and compromising disposition. It is causing hindrance. How is it affecting the struggle? We are deceiving our people. We're compromising with the Nigerian state. In our agenda. We're deceiving our people. We wake up in the morning, we say, you don't need politicians, but you collect billions from them. If you know how many billion Nnamdi Kanu and his family collect from governors of Southeast, it will shock you. And then he moved to Rivers State. He came to Delta State. Delta State didn't even talk to him because they don't know what he's saying. And maybe by the disposition in the Nigerian state, they've not seen how they can benefit from Nnamdi Kanu shenanigan. And then on getting to Wike, Governor Wike have the same feeling. And then he did the ginger. Now let me tell you for record purpose. If you like, be shouting Igbo massacre, Wike kill our people. And when I see people say that, I don't blame you, because you feel that blackmailing somebody will make you look good. Wike will order that they should be killing Igbo people. Igbo. And most of you bought it. Most of you bought it. If you go to Obibo, there is a community known as One Man Village. One Man Village, the father or the founder of this community is the first son of Apara. And the first son of Apara are the communities or the descendant of the Ikwere extraction within the Obiakpo axis. Elelewa and the rest of them under Obiakpo local government, some part of Faga. Let me not go deeper. It is said that the first son of Apara slept with his father's wife and he was banished from within the community. Maybe they were living around Rumukurushi then. He went to Obibo and settled in the ancient days, and then he made his own family. He married many wives. They are indigenous of Obibo. And these people are direct blood lineage with Wike. And of course, they didn't write in their head, this is one man gang, this is Afam gang, this is Asa gang, this is Ndoke gang, this is Igbo man. I'm sure they didn't write it on their head in Obibo. Or maybe Wike have the name of all the sons of Apara in Obibo. And then after Nigeria, kill them for me, kill Igbo people for me, because he's our Fulani man. But we allow ourselves to be deceived. Now they can only needed a way to blackmail Wike. And most of you bought it and are still buying it up till now. Wike is a governor who would have stopped that killing. But there were issues that need to be placed under check. And so he removed his hand. That is why those things happened. The same thing happening in Imo State. I pray sometime that David Umahi will not compromise the position of Ebonyans. Because that time we look for somebody to blame. An IPOB coordinator from around Elelewan was sent by other people to go and bomb Wike father in the church. Chinas and Woluno, the guy is still in prison. IPOB have abandoned that. IPOB zombies in Iguacha. Are you not aware of the coordinator? And they put bomb, Walkman bomb, to bomb Wike father. Those of you know Bibo, did you not see the police and the army that were roasted like suya? These are innocent civilians. No? That is why we warn our people, be very careful. They hire some court boy, they hire some criminal, they even hire police and army to help them do this bad. Just to create civil unrest in the society. I saw those dead bodies myself, and I feel bad about it. And I knew it was going to be bad. Is it because they are not coming out to show you all those dead bodies? And then there are those Fulani who don't believe in forgiveness. They went on rampage. In the early dispensation of the Nigerian setting, Fela sang, "Now who kill unknown soldier?" So once they commit this atrocity, it's unknown soldier. But today some people will change the narrative, let it look like Iwike. You can say all you like, we know the truth already. Who is responsible for the mess in Imo State? Is it the same Ipon Konande Kano? Yes, so we just discovered that the unknown government, they are this one, they are not IPOB again. We cannot leave all those things. Now they compromise the whole system. Deceptive. Now when they come now, they hire some people. They give you recharge card. Oh no, one day abo. Oh no, one day car and your change simili. Where you no recharge card. Where we are on weka. Hey, ya for me debo. Hey, unu le chane sharpen and you know. Sharpen and you know. Ndi when you see na jabu kimufu nyampi amane. Nekwara kone meka. Iwesi meme. Okanji juma wajuju. Iye no rasi meme. Eli ya ihe ikwesi rire meninu. Eba ka no hereji ha maka na onye amari hibe mari akpo waiji ha were use ono beta hi atomo no ono se na jedede kunu onye ni enike meme ho na enike meme ho enike ti onu eka ala nya ngwere ko ji lu enwo ora agwo no nde ka no ndi ani oma we use ono no nde ka no ka agwo we use ono you that has not been to the home, you want to tell us the history of our home. Because now the Kano is deceiving all of you, deceiving everybody. These things are causing hindrance. They are causing hindrance. Everywhere confusion. Everywhere attack and counter-attack. And you want to get Biafra. It's unfortunate. And if any of this pro-Biafran group eventually give us Biafra, how are we going to be? As a member of Biafra Nation Alliance, how am I going to tolerate IPONC member? And how is IPONC member going to tolerate Ninas? And how is Bim Mozob going to have overall view of amateurs? All these things are effectively, positively, seriously contributing to the delay of Biafra restoration. And then the fifth one, failure to consider the consequences of our action. Failure to consider the consequences of our action. Today many people are jumping up and down because you have the louder voice, because you have the upper hand. You're doing anything that you like. You have not considered the consequences. If you consider the consequences, it will help you to avoid many things. It will help you to monitor your activity. creation of saboteur. Those who create saboteur, when you are creating saboteur, did you know it will get to you? Chinas and Wodu, I hope you are enjoying the reception. I hope you are enjoying the reception. You destroyed everybody. The one you don't have direct access to destroy, you blackmail them, you lie against them. But today now your music is playing out. Sometimes I begin to look at Nelly Fuebu and the rest of them, Madam ONYIBE, as people who came with pure heart, and maybe when they got into the system, they saw all that glitters is not good. But they've not looked deeper. As they look deeper, they will soon discover Nnamdi Kanu is behind all of them. Let Nnamdi Kanu finish with his controversial arrest. He will start another story. Fear never let anybody talk about Nnamdi Kanu bad, because they don't want to be attacked as we are being attacked by zombies. But who give a hoot? The saboteurs you are creating, you think they fold with their hand? Thank God unknown gunmen and ESM, they use brain and cool down. Don't you know that other group on ground waiting for the right mistake to happen? Don't you know? Even the governors got afraid of themselves along the line. Because ONYIBE, ONYIBE. But all these things, it backfires on us. All the Bubago, all the ESM, all the unknown government, all the emergency security protecting our people. Did they kill Fulani? Did they kill Yoruba? Did they kill Hausa? Is it not our people? Have you checked the consequence? You wait there for Biafra land here, you they suffer. Somebody go from abroad send you 100 naira, give you order. Say go rape your mama, you go rape your mama. He tell you say go kill your papa, you go kill your papa. For your mind you be formidable. You know be idiot. On our way don't kill already. Check how many people where you kill now. This thing go reach your family, because for your mind you think say you are untouchable. Who they protect Ikonso family now? Who they protect Biggie family? Who they protect Dragon family? All those people where they don't kill now, who know where their family dey? I tell you, say we no go defend our land. We go defend our land, but our welfare, our protection no go dey the hand of one man. Because if we no fit please that one man, all of us are gone. It does of una way they call me. Why not call Hindrance and Wodu? Why not call them before them betray Akuwara? Because he no agree with them. Benjamin no they pick and call again. But that time he be the Amugu, then they pick and call well, then they pick and call. Now so then they do all of una now. Now no they check the consequence. Quite unfortunate. Our people must understand that there are consequences, strategies of use and dump. You don't consider the consequences of your action. Use and dump. Most decisions Nnamdi Kanu took, he never consulted anybody, because he was all-knowing, the only man infallible. Today, asking Nnamdi Kanu, what did you seal? What did you deliver? What did you document? And demand patiently for genuine answer. You see how disappointed you will be. It has consequences. Having listened to our elders and our demand been met, documented, sealed, and delivered, we thereby lift the election boycott. You can yap and pretend nothing happened. Change your profile picture on the ara. Write it, conscience of prisoner. Because to me, the prisoner of conscience is not a very good grammar. Write it, conscience of prisoner. All these things all of you are doing, it is causing hindrance to Biafra Restoration Project. I would stop here at this moment. Tomorrow we will move on to look at some of the things we need to be doing to enhance speedy restoration of Biafra. There are many more reasons why we encounter delay in this restoration project. The rest issue can be discussed in full details under these categories. If we begin to work towards this direction to eliminate or disassociate with such characters or activities, mindsets, you will see the restoration of Biafra is quite less expensive as it is meant to be today. If indeed you mean well for our people, if indeed you need Biafra to be restored, it is time for us to release ourselves. Let us realize the position where we have found ourselves. Don't let anybody deceive you. The beginning of this journey is be a member of a pro-Biafran group. Make sure you come in terms, you get acquainted with their ideology. Make sure that everything they do is for the overall interest of our people. And try to advise them as much as you can. Try to guide them as much as you can. Because nobody knows it all. But if you are there, you do not question. You don't ask for clarification. You don't demand for review. You will be disgraced. It's just a matter of time. All these people playing on the blood of innocent people, all of you will be disgraced. There are matters that are greater than you and you know nothing about it. You have not sat back to look at how many blood that has been spilled on the ground. Ask questions. And when you see that they are in order, follow them. Stop deceiving yourself. Where is Darlington? As he dey hot, as he dey pepper. No na be the saboteur now they catch on herself. What a shame. But they don't have shame anyway because they are still talking. But as far as this project is concerned, every Biafra must get involved. It's an appeal. It's an advice. It's a warning. Biafrans in Rivers, Biafrans in Delta, Biafrans in Bayelsa, Biafrans in Ebonyi, Biafrans in Enugu, Biafrans in Kogi State, Biafrans in Benue State, Biafrans in Edo State, Biafrans in Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Biafrans in Abia. I wish we understand what is ahead. And of course, I encourage all of you, be member of the de facto customary government. There is no discrimination there. As far as you are a Biafran, you can be PDP, APC, QQQ, you can be Arabatarian, you can be anybody. Assemble there. The journey has just begun. Of course, at this moment, I will be drawing the curtain. I do not position myself to know it all. I'm not telling you on this Biafra Nation Alliance we are the best, or we do not have our shortcoming, or we don't have our weak point. Only God is perfect. But I encourage you, we need to empower our people. We need to protect our people. We need to watch out for the overall interests of our people. We need to protect ourselves from ourselves. We can't do it alone. Don't let anybody deceive you. Look for the nearest Biafra Nation Alliance family close to you. Our administrators normally come on air to give her their number. Administrators across the globe. You are encouraged to contact them. Or you can also contact us on any of our social media platforms. And whatever the case may be, communicate with them. This is not the time to come on radio and say this is what we want to do and this is no. Policies are being formulated from behind the scene. Projects are being initiated without making noise about it. But our prayer is that our people will feel the positive impact of this agitation. And everybody will feel at home and welcome at the end of the day. We are in FM relay station 100.5 in some part of Anambra, Rivers, and Delta 100.5. We are on Simple Radio, we are on app, we are on satellite, and of course other platforms are being created. You need to save your people from the pending doom. A lot of atrocity, a lot of evil plan is going on. 2023 presidential election is here. A lot of magic will take place. And the life of many people will be endangered. Our people at home need to know what is going on. They need to be guided. Not the ones in the bush. The ones at home need to know what is happening, because running into the bush now will not save you. I'll give her the line to call, and in the absence of that, I will bring the program to an end. Who won't hear, don't hear. Who no one hear, may the Lord be with us, all of us. Benedictions do us in Sakura. We cannot allow anybody to deceive us. The numbers to call, of course, the direct line remains 0 81 52971 is our direct line. 081 That is our direct line for those of you who to call in. And then our WhatsApp line is 07081545642. 07081545642. 07081545642. If you're able to access this line, you are free to call in. But in the absence of that, in few minutes from here, we will be winding up. I'll be back in a minute.
Yo, it's Bonzi Benny J. Check him out from the beat. No. Together we gon' make it. Together. Yes, I'm going out into exclusive. I'm remembering Biafra.
Yes, sir, caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Good evening,
sir.
Agowanye. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. So wonderful. Just to call you to encourage you and thank you for the good work you are doing for us, because you have said it all. There's nothing that I need to say again. Just that it will not be long. All those things that they thought that they are doing, everything is backfiring back on them. Like I had Simon Esther saying that the sit at home will continue Sunday and Monday. That he is living in Finland there with the Finland woman he married, or whether the woman married him. any of the two. He is living there comfortably and goes to work every day if he has work. I don't know those that he is ordering now to sit at home on Sunday and Monday. Whether he have people on the ground, he is ordering that one. Then I had Nelly of Facebook saying her own. I know mad people at times they say some truth. See how she analyzed the family of Nnamdi Kanu. The only truth she said there is that that family is made up of evil. They are evil family. That's the only truth she said there. And for her to spoil the whole thing at the end, she now talk about their reader. She didn't know that their reader is the taproot of the evil in that family. And he is the one playing all this evil. And he will be calling them one by one, telling them what to say, and they will be saying it, bringing their heads together. And one other secret she revealed there, she said that people may think that when their reader will come out, that he will come back on social media to start, radio to start making broadcasts. That is not true. He has fought the fought, and she even concluded that the Biafra is already here. That he is just coming out to raise their flag. When he raises their flag and he will declare Biafra. I don't know whether it's the dragon flag he will raise because he is no more with the Biafran flag. He has replaced it with the dragon flag. So that's the only hallucination there because, and he still said the truth because even if he will come out, he has already sold the project. He's not coming out again to talk anything as regard to Biafra. He's coming to face his business and all the money they have dumped in all the banks of the whole world. Now, if you listen to what our Thundermost played during his broadcast, why is it that our people refuse to reason? Somebody started promising you something. Let's put it this way. Two people that are in a relationship or you are good friends, and that your friend promised you something, one particular thing, he promised you that thing for 2, 3, 4, 5 times and he fails to give it to you. Will you still trust that person and still hoping that that person will still give it to you? Somebody promised Biafra coming 2014. He said if he didn't come, then the whole world will be on flame. He did not come and the whole world was not on flame. He now said that in 2015, if he failed to come, then the people will now know that they have failed on their quest. 15 passed, he did not come. Meaning that he has already failed. Then come to either 16 or 17, he still made another announcement that if Biafra fails to come, that we should call him, we will know that he is mad person, that he is a mad person. He come and gone. We now recorded madness for him. Then came 2019. He will come. Towards the eve of no election, no referendum, no election. Towards the eve of it, he documented and signed and sealed and delivered. He sold the struggle. Then 2020, he said that if Biafra failed to come, he made that announcement on June, precisely I think 21st June, that if Biafra failed to come 2020, we now know that Elohim did not send him. Now it come and gone, he did not come. Meaning that Elohim did not send him. So if all things being equal, all the things he told us, the reverse became the case. Why should people still trust him? All those people that are calling him their reader, people that joined the movement just yesterday, they never knew what has transpired at the past. Now look at the kind of New Year's statement they are giving. People have given the address. They didn't know what to say because they don't have any direction again. They have turned to scalar quantity. They don't have any direction again. They now came up and started announcing not singing of Nigerian national anthem. And now ask them. I see some people wrote such kind of a thing in a comment and so much be in love with it. And I'm repeating what that question they were asked. Did you build any school in Biafra land? Did you have any investment in Biafra land? Did you build anything? Is it your own school or still Nigerian school you are coming to dictate for them what to do? Do you have any school? Or people that have school as their private business, you are coming to tell them what to do. But you people are using the money, our blood money, to be investing in your own private business. I don't know what's happening to our people. They allowed these plans to take them so far. Look at somebody building house and they are telling other people, children, to enter bush and stay in the bush. Township or outside in the town is not good for them, and they accept it. And one thing I'm telling them now is that these people have a plan of eliminating all of them, getting all of them eliminated. Because when they come on and announce where they are sending them to, they will not go to the back and negotiate for the people that will go and massacre all of them. And they are not making use of their brain. Look at the one in Finland enjoying himself there. You are issuing order sit at home as if he has any investment at home that he will be affected. He's jumping up and down there like a small grasshopper, showcasing himself what he is not. That deal he made with his bishop, time shall come, they will eat him raw. They will eat him raw. Thank God they have flesh eaters now. They will look for him and he will be eating raw very soon. They barbecued others. Maybe their own flesh they will not roast it, they will eat it raw so that they will know how the thing will be. All this rubbish, because I saw what people wrote today. Some people asked them, so you mean this nonsense you people started throughout last year, this is 2022, you are going back into the same thing, no new strategy, nothing. What has not singing of national anthem to do with the restoration of Biafra? Last year is removal of Nigerian flag. Is Nigerian flag not see flying all over the east today? They said their leader said that there will be no checkpoint again or army in Biafra land. Is army and the police checkpoint didn't follow here up till now? What kind of myopic people is this? And people is still listening to them. And look at the one that called herself Nelly. All of them are jumping up and down. Everybody is getting social media platform. They will call them to interview them. They are jumping, thinking that they have arrived. They don't know that all those rubbish they are vomiting there is what they are using to nail themselves on the cross. That's how the radio ranter was ranting on nailing himself to the cross unknowingly. They thought that all those nonsense when they talk finish is not recorded somewhere. This is a global village. None of them even knows how to put their mouth on that, organize themselves and say the right thing on social media. They have already exposed all of them finish. What she said about the family is true. That they are family of nobody. They don't have any job. They don't have anything to do. If their brother is the business they are doing, this is the business of IPOP for people to gather money. And she said that they are the one that told their brother so that when if he dies there, the whole world will be coming to pay tribute to them. I don't know the world, the West African countries and other Asia countries and the totality of the world. I don't know how big and how highly placed he is that the whole world will be coming to pay tribute to the family so that they will make the highest money that is meant to make. Then at times they will talk, they will start talking out of points. I don't know, but they themselves knows. So all this rubbish they are doing, okay, you are saying nobody will eat cow meat of Fulani because you will be going from one house to the other to know who buys Fulani cow and cook and eat. And you people did not provide even chicken for anybody to be eating. Xmas has come and gone. New Year has come. We entered it just like that. And you did not send any palliative or anything for anybody in that place. Since they started this rubbish they are doing today, how many people have they helped? Even there are people that were injured, they refuse to send money for their treatment. What have they even achieved? Nothing. Rather to be destroying the legacies of what other people have already put on ground. I don't know, but I know that very soon, it will not be long. They have started exposing themselves. Till when the final one that will break the camel's back will be unfolded, they will not understand. But like as you said, Idiopa, if they think that they are only because they said in a place where everybody is blind, somebody that has one eye is always a king. Let them not think that they are a king of Biafra land. Because when jungle matures, even that bush they found themselves, they will now know that there are some python that get bush more than some other snakes. So let them just keep on deceiving themselves for now. Time shall come, monkey will go market, it will not return back again. I just want to thank you tonight. I don't have much to say. Let them just deceive the gullibles, those they feel that they will deceive. By men looking at some of them, you will know that they are just there for their jamboree, like as you said, for freedom, career freedom fighters. The reason why, like I normally say, there's never a time Ekperima wanted Biafra. It's people that are following my brother Odo will said it during an Audio Guinness program. It's we that we are following him. We are the ones that made the previous mistake. When we are blindfolded, we didn't know. We thought that we came out with our genuine heart to follow somebody to get our place restored. We didn't know that he has interior motive. He knew that it's not going to happen. He came out for fame and money, and he now used our emotion and sentiment to make sure that he grabbed what he wants. He studied us like a book and made use of it. There has never a time he came for restoration. So being there is even very happy for. He is very happy staying there negotiating for whatever is negotiating. But time shall come, it will be a very shameful thing upon all these bingos that are writing rubbish on people's platform. No matter that their numbers are even dwindling, because maybe the people that are manipulating it from social media for them, creating millions of fake Facebook accounts for them, maybe they don't have their money again for data and co. They caught the paper. I don't know where he is now. That Judge ONYIBE is the one, Judge ONYIBE is the two, Judge ONYIBE is the third. I don't know where he is now. God must expose all of them as time progresses. So let them continue perpetuating evil. All the evil they are planting in our land must definitely go back and destroy all of them. If it didn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow or next tomorrow to come. I really thank you, sir, for the good work you are doing for us. We must continue keeping on and keeping on as our director normally say, and they will go nowhere. We stand gidigba till when our land will be restored. If they think that coming to blackmail or to threaten or to write rubbish will make us go back, we are just starting. We're just warming up. And this year is the year of Toknadu. It's a year of action. No more much talk. Maybe they are going to, they said they produce book. I don't know who wrote the book. All those they are empty.
Is it Igodomigodo history or Idu Kingdom or Biafra? Which one are they going to teach us? The people who cannot pronounce their father's village are the one teaching you history. Nonsense. Okay. Of course, they have to keep the brain of the people dormant. Go ahead. Hey,
of course, yes. Since we are announcing about our de facto customary government on how to start implementation, they must look for something similar to that to say. Let them come and write the history of unknown government and bring to their children so that they will start teaching them in the school. I don't know whether in the school they built or which school that they are writing the history and bringing for them to teach. They just want to keep on the drama so that it will appear that as if they are still doing something for people to be seen.
Asamana Bambo.
No, we are waiting. We go nowhere. That's why we are watching, man. We are watching and observing everything. If they don't know that they don't have anything again that remains, let them stay abroad there and be fooling themselves. When jungle matures, at the end, Abacha also Agua mine. Thank you, Joppa, for your good work.
Thank
Keep
you.
on keeping on.
Agowanye, thank you very much. And of course, understand there are a lot of things we are trying to prevent for the overall interest of the people of Biafra. But this time we get closer, we see people with diverse personal interest being protected above others. But it's okay. You do what you think is suitable or best for you, and then we have assigned ourselves to do what is best and suitable for our people. We want to teach history. Will you say the truth? Every story that has come from IPOB for, let's say, for the past 2 years, they are all lies from the pit of hell. Which one are you going to teach our children? And every day I tell the next generation to watch out for punk on my platform. I didn't see them today. They are learning, but you won't understand. You are idiot, you are monkey, you are a fool, you are saboteur. I didn't see much of them today. All these things are delaying the restoration of Biafra. Let us shun it. We've talked enough. When I mean we talk enough, I didn't say we keep quiet or become dumb. No. We need to plan, practical, more than the theory. One of the weaknesses of Nigerian university is that you have different platforms for theory, but none for practical. The same qualities cannot manifest on this platform. But we understand the people of interest and what they are doing. Let us be sincere to ourselves. Let us tell ourselves the truth. The system now, as far as this restoration project is concerned, is programmed to turn us against one another. It's programmed by the same person, sponsored and sustained by the same group. We all look like enemy to each other. It's amazing. It's amazing. We even find it more comfortable now to defend the enemy of our people even more than the friends of our people. And in the midst of all this deception and misconception, it delays the restoration of Biafra. Early last year, by this time last year, all the people shouting, "Oh, Utemefa saboteur, hey, this one saboteur, now that one saboteur." It's quite unfortunate. They are the one calling themselves saboteur now. The same way we are telling you to save our people faster, you must acknowledge the head of this evil, Nnamdi Kanu. And until you do that, be deceiving yourself. When you finish saying the truth, now say, "Oh, our leader, our leader, our leader, our leader." On our leader, now they behind. Most of you are sacrificial lamb already. You will be blackmailed horribly. Our leader, our leader. And of course, this is where I draw the curtain for this evening segment. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop. We need political relevance. We need to control our political space. We need to be able to develop our land. We need to be able to empower our people. There is need for complete overhauling of our system, whether you are in South or Southeast. But this should be done through a genuine initiative to arouse the consciousness of the people, for them to see reason why they need to move from their current position to another stable. This is the time Ogunima need to review what he or she has done in the past decade to enhance the well-being, the welfare of the people of Ogoni. Not even a drinking water. This is the time where the people. Let's attend to this caller. Caller on the line. Good evening from Good evening. You're welcome to the program.
Honestly, I like what you're saying now.
Your name and where are you calling from, please? Your name and where are you calling from? Of course, I lose that caller. This is the time where the people of other ethnic nationality that makes up Nigeria, within the South and the Southeast, and of course our brothers who are in other states outside South and Southeast. What exactly are we benefiting from the Nigerian state? I do not know. When I look at where intellectuals have discussion and I see serious heap of impediment and things that are put on place to prevent us from being able to be the author of our destiny, and we still blame it on ourselves, we still blame it on government. Outside all this blaming now, let us do the do now. Let us do it. Let it happen. The most impoverished communities within the Nigerian state are the oil producing communities. I can blame good luck from here to tomorrow, but something is really wrong. Abia State have men and women of substance. And of course, you have huge amount of oil deposit in Abia State. But why Abia State have to become the most dirtiest city in the whole world is what I don't understand. Nnamdi Kanu village. This is the time to uproot this evil, this shrine, this juju, this bad thing. I may not be from Abia State, but this is a city we can be proud of. Something is wrong somewhere. And it is applicable. Just if you're listening to this program now, call somebody from the village, tell them to video your village and send to you. You will see when you were leaving Nigeria, your village was better than as it is today. Are we supposed to be moving backward, or are we supposed to be progressing? How is it supposed to be in the first place? It's very painful. It's unacceptable. And let God help us. Understand, we're trying to make things work. I'm joined by Dr. Okado. If you can hear me, sir, good evening from here.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. ONYIBE.
You're welcome to the program, sir. The same to you, sir.
Happy New Year to you, to your family, to Biafrans and friends of Biafrans and all our well-wishers all over the world. And thank you for having me this evening. Well, it's a great pleasure. I can see you are always in the mood. You are well prepared for the year. And glory be to God for that. Of course, the fact is that it will be too early for us to say that this should be an important year for Biafrans. Maybe I think the best time that we should say that should be by the end of the year. But the point is that as the conversation must have to continue, it's important to remind our citizens and friends that we are set to make a difference this year. The fact is that a lot of deceit, scam, and lies have been levied against the struggle. It's left to us, since we claim, I should say claim, since we claim that we are for the new dispensation and for the reality of that restoration to be manifested. I think this year will be the symbolic year that we must have to demonstrate that. And as I've said in our director's program, New Year program, we're equal to the task. We must have to demonstrate to our people that we are equal to the task of restoring our nation. It's scandalous that it took our patriots and veterans 3 years to lay foundation for a nation which they lived for and fought for and left a great legacy for us. And we have succeeded in using all these years. We knew that we had about 30 years of psychological warfare levied against us by the Nigerian government. But then when we realized that we had to undergo a renaissance and the new generation took up, what is amazing and what is very, very disgusting and shameful to all of us is that all this time we have spent, we have succeeded in grooming charlatans. And the consequence can be seen everywhere. I can't call it a joy, maybe the disgrace of seeing us killing ourselves and even engaging in cannibalism. The point is that I think the situation has come to the time that we don't need to be talking so much this time, but let our action justify what we might say later on. We are set for the year. This is 2022. And it's symbolic. We know that 2023 will be also an important political debt for the Nigerian government. But what we are saying is that 2022 is a remarkable year, that whoever, we as BNA and Biafra de facto government, we are set to show by action to our people what we are equal to. And I'm confidently saying that we must do that. It's not impossible. We have men and women. We have great men and women, and men of wisdom and women of wisdom that are equal to the task. We should not be distracted by the charlatans that are everywhere in the social media. As I made mention in our director's program, I remember years far back at the early years of the foundation of the social media, particularly the internet, a famous international writer known as Umberto Eco, while welcoming the new development, said that, however, this is also an opportunity of giving words to imbeciles. And as you can see from most of the response we get from the social media comments, you can see that it's mixed up of meaningful and imbecilic comments. But that's part of it, because there are the two aspects of life. There's the good and bad and the worst even. So that we should not be discouraged by that. So the point is that the year is promising. The issue in question, our director has hammered it out. The fundamental criteria, we must have to think of its implementation. That is the point. And then, needless, we deceiving our people or engaging on lies. The question lies on representation and participation. There is absolute need for that. We have to think about representation and participation because we are in a democratic contest. We have to follow the reality of time. First Republican experience was such that it all manifested within the military or warfare contest. There were rampant or what I actually trying to say is that it was a period of dictatorial tendencies in the African continent and particularly in Nigeria too. And then the first head of state of Republic of Biafra had to paddle the situation in that manner. But all I'm trying to say now is that we of this present generation that is talking about restoration, we might be deceiving ourselves if we still fixed our thoughts with such context. The context has changed. The context, no matter whether it is genuine or false or pretentious, is democratic contest. And that's what the impression the world has over that part of the world, I mean, has about Nigeria presently now. So the point is that the best instrument we have to apply will be that of a democratic instrument, and that instrument will be that of representation and participation, circumvented within our territorial competence. When we are saying this, many might be thinking that no, the point is that, as our director has made mention, if we can be able to be in control of our territory, have an effective government, and be able to govern ourselves, that is the preamble for all that we have been laboring for all these years. So the situation is this: we must have to engage in civic political education. We must have to be able to let our people know that it is fundamental that we participate in politics. And that participation means that one must have to register to be eligible, to be elected, and to be voted for. It's very, very important. And then we should stop certain deceit that we engaged in, because it has not been helpful in the struggle. The fact is that we are Nigerians by political reasons or legal reasons, and we are Biafrans by fact. One shouldn't deny the Nigerianism in him, and one shouldn't deny also the Biafranism in him. But the point is that we are confusing issues with these two realities. You can see some of us that claim to be Nigerian and denying Biafra. You can see some that are Biafrans denying Nigeria. It is not the way. There's no thing. I mean, there can be. There are many of us that are religious, we talk about the Trinity. What I mean, a reality can be dual, and a reality can be tribal. So in this present situation, we have to see that the present reality we are facing is dual. One can be Biafran at the same time Nigerian. So if we can perceive it from this aspect, we are being realistic to ourselves, and we can then be actually in a position to, handle and resolve our issues. So this is a year of reality and not of a year of lies and deceit. And as I've said earlier, our conversations must continue, but the focal point is that we must let our people and the world know that we are set to make our point. And no need overstressing on that this time. I think when the time comes, the outcome will speak for itself. So I thank you for having me this evening, and more grace to you, Ebo. Thank you very much. ONYIBE.
Thank you, sir, and good night from here. And of course, as we all know, the truth cannot be overemphasized. We're just trying to prepare the mind of our people so they understand the need, why they should watch out for these tendencies that eventually delay Biafra restoration project. And I'm happy there are men and women on board, the de facto customary government, very ready and eager to move this struggle to a different level. And of course, this is open invitation to the general public, Biafrans, to get themselves identified on this platform. And so you can have your say in our say. And so everybody will have to place on the table what they have to offer to the people of Biafra. We must remain focused. We must refuse to be distracted. We must understand the consequences of our action in the nearest future if we fail to set things right. And those of you who are still doing the job of a puppy, you allow yourself to be manipulated. This is the time we need to have a sober reflection. Let us check our position, and then maybe we'll begin to see the reason why we need to reposition ourselves. On this note, I'll say good night. Appreciation to those of you who call in to make your contribution. And of course, apology to those that cannot receive their call at this moment. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. Good night, and God be with all of us. Once again, in the spirit of the season, I still say a blessed new year ahead of all of us. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Good night and God bless you.
Yo, it's Bonzi Benny J. Sugar Man Cool Beats. No. Together we gon' make it. Together. Yes, I'm got talent exclusive.
Gonna make us stand together, and